Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It is a dark and rainy day today, so I thought that it's no better day to do a tarot reading. Just putting it out there, I am a baby tarot reader. I'm not a professional, I don't know how to do this properly, but I have a lot of fun doing it. And I'm also like quite a spiritual person. I don't really talk about it that much, but I don't know, just doing my tarot reading brings me a lot of peace and comfort. I don't know why. I literally got these cards because I went to a crystal store to get a gift for a friend, and I kept walking past these and I just could not leave the store without buying this. And I also have a bunny tattoo as well, so I was like, I need to get these. These are my cards. I'm like, I can't go home without these. I don't know why I felt so connected to this. I've never had that happen before where I've been in a store and I'm like, I can't leave without buying this. That's not me at all. But yeah, I got my tarot reading and I thought today we could do a like romance love tarot reading because your girl's been single for like 10 years. I have tried dating. It's horrendous. Don't advise anyone to do that because it's rough out there. It is rough out there. To those who have dated, like some of my friends are in really good relationships, good for them. I seem to just be really unlucky. Even my friends are like, dude, what the hell is going on? Like, you need something, you need help. So I was like, why not ask the spirit guides, like, hey, what's up? If I'm being honest with you, I'll just open these. Look how pretty these are as well. If I'm being honest, I just don't really see myself like getting married or being in a relationship. I don't know why. It's not that I don't want to. It's just like I don't sense that for me in this timeline. I don't know how to explain that. And maybe I'm subconsciously manifesting it to not happen. So could be my fault. But yes, it's got this little book and it tells you everything about what each card means. So it shows you what the card means, a little what it means upright, reversed, and then it gives you like a little spiel of what the card means. I have been trying to study how to read cards and it does say to try and interpret the picture. However, I think I have gotten the most difficult card for beginners because it's really hard to interpret the pictures when you don't really know what the animal symbolizes or represents. So I do consult my book because I don't know, I love this book. I love these cards. So let's see, what spread should we do? We have manifesting a soulmate. I don't really know if I want to manifest. Your girl has commitment issues apparently. That's scary. Ah, future love timeline spread. Maybe I'll do that, the future love timeline spread. Maybe I'll give that a go. So maybe this will tell me like what my next relationship will be. Not gonna lie, my spirit guides are savage, okay? Like they, so funny, don't get me wrong. When I first got these cards, obviously the first thing I'm gonna ask is like, so where's my husband? And I was like, hey, what can I do to meet people? Like, what am I doing wrong? I pulled out the Hermit card 4 times in a row. The Hermit card. And the way I do it is I shuffle it and let it jump out. The Hermit card 4 times in a row, and I was like, I get it, I don't go outside. I get it, I need to go out more. So let me just, apparently it's supposed to knock. Apparently you're supposed to knock 3 times. I don't mess around with the number 3. That's a long story. So what I do is I like to shuffle them, and whatever cards jump out, I put in order. So guys, I really hope it doesn't say, actually it wouldn't be too bad if it was like forever alone. I could have my own little like, ooh. So that's the first card. I'll put it so you guys can see. That's the first card. I actually saw what it was. If you guys are like an experienced tarot reader, let me know like any tips or tricks, like what you guys do. I don't know why, I just really like doing it this way to begin with, shuffling and letting anything that needs to jump out at me. And then I do the whole like split the deck and... Alright. That one fell out. That can be our number 2. Number 3, let's go. Scared. Oh. Alright, a lot. Just, that's a mess. That is a mess, just like my love life. Okay. That can be our 3rd card. We need 3 more cards. Okay, there's one. I can just like feel all the tarot professionals screeching right now with the way I'm doing this. But this is just how I like to do it. Do it the way you feel is right for you. Me, a beginner, giving advice. Oh, no. Alright, Spirit guys, can you give me this in like a cleaner way, please? Because I'm overwhelmed. Thank you. I'm going to do a little hover over and see what I feel. Alright, we've got our 5th card. No, it's around this side. I can feel you. I'm coming for you. You. It's you. Get your ass over here. Alright. So, I'm just going to put them in order, actually, because this spread is confusing me. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, God. Why am I nervous? Okay, so our first card. Our first card symbolizes the past. We got the World for the past. I don't know if that's too accurate for my past. I don't know what it means, but I just already feel like it's not accurate because there's like 2 little fishies swimming around the world. I feel like that means love and like harmony, which is not my past. Oh, I opened the page randomly and it went to Hermit. All right, we have the World. Let's see what the World means. Open to the Hermit again. Oh my God, I get it. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you attitude, but like, I know. Like the World. Fulfillment, completion, and masterpiece. You know what, I'm not vibing with that there for my past, but you know, let's read it. A pair of koi swim around a floating earth, their eyes looking both forwards and backwards, paying homage to the past while seeking out the future. In many cultures, koi and goldfish symbolize prosperity and good fortune. The World reminds us that there is a natural order to the universe and that new beginnings are precipitated by the successful completion of past challenges. Maybe I've successfully completed past challenges. Like the koi, it is best to keep the past in mind as we swim into the future. Yes. Only then can the cycle truly be complete. All right, this is my past card. And it is upright. So when upright, the World usually symbolizes the completion of an important leg of the journey of life. So I was meant to go through all that red flag behavior to get to the future. That's how I'm interpreting that. Something has occurred that has left you with a great sense of closure and accomplishment. And if not, then you are very, very close to crossing that finish line. You know what? I have actually felt really, like, settled within myself. I don't know how to explain that. I just feel so who I'm meant to be at the moment. Anyway, reflect on your journey thus far and appreciate the steps you've taken to get to this point. Be sure to tie up any loose ends appropriately and fairly. There are many lessons you've learned along your path. Remember them well and apply them for the future. So I'm going to say my past is just learning lessons and getting through that leg of the journey. That makes sense. That does make sense. So that was my past card. Look how pretty these are. Like, look at that. These are stunning. Up next to my current energy. I don't know why I'm so nervous. 2 of Pentacles. Look at that. So I do know from what I've learned, Pentacles is an earth sign and it's like tangible things, like materialistic things, I want to say. And then the 2. Oh my gosh, I literally read this yesterday. Let me just read the book for you. You guys are probably going to be like, dude, you have no idea what you're doing. And it is a mountain goat. Mountain goats are so wild, like the way they just stand on like a little tiny atom on the side of a cliff and don't fall off. I'm like, how do you do that? Magic. Oh, sorry, my current energy. Hustling, flexibility and balance. Go me. A mountain goat leaps from one crumbling rock to the next, outstretched, confident and fearless. Hell yeah. Goats are a long-time symbol of virility, faith and independence. They move sure-footedly through rocky terrain, taking leaps that could spell their doom should they overestimate the distance they need to cross. Ooh. When upright, the 2 of Pentacles signifies you're currently juggling many different responsibilities. I so am, babes. At the moment, I work full-time and I study part-time. And then on top of that, like keeping up my social life and exercise and keeping my apartment clean, it is a lot of work. But you know what? I love it. I'm very grateful for what I have. But that isn't to say such productivity is permanent. Oh dear. Your energy won't last forever. Manage your priorities carefully and stay focused. That's actually interesting, not to do with the love spread, but I have been thinking of dropping uni. I know, I'm just like, I really enjoy my job and I don't need the degree. I just started it because I was interested in the topic. It's psychology. So maybe I have to look into that. You may be balancing work and family perfectly one week, only for something to change the next. Be attuned to these changes and open to changing yourself to keep up with them. Oh, okay. Balance is key to staying on top of things. The best way to do many things is to do one thing at a time. That is something I do need to learn because I'm very much like I do multiple things at the same time. I just hop between tasks. So yeah, I do need to slow down. But yeah, that's my current energy. It's just hustling, but I need to make sure to stay balanced. That actually really makes sense for me. Number 3, the near future. Aww, 4 of Pentacles. Again, another Earth card. That is so cute. It's a little armadillo and he's got 2 little wheats at the top. But he's, okay, I think I've had this card before and he or she, I'm not assuming gender, he just seems like a he to me, but he's like clutching the pentacle too closely. I think that was something this card was saying before. But again, another Earth card, another Pentacles. Guess what my star sign is? I'll give you a few seconds. I'm a Taurus. I don't know why I thought that'd be a fun fact. Can I just, Spirit guys, this is meant to be a love spread. I feel like this is just giving me like my current energy, which I know is what it's meant to be doing, but I'm not seeing a lot of love here. So 4 Pentacles, this is my near future. Frugality, affluence, and possessiveness. Oh dear. So yeah, because the armadillo curls around the coin, so he's been possessive of his coin. I did remember that from last time. An armadillo curls around a pentacle, its armoured bands defending it from the outside world. While the pentacle is safe, the armadillo is stuck and able to move from fear of what might become of its prize. But inaccessible to someone who refuses to open up to what life may bring. Again, this comes back to the Hermit card. Really, my spirit guides are telling me so hard to open up more. But open up to who? Like, all my friends know me well. I don't really meet new people. Anyway. When upright, the 4 of Pentacles asks us to be critical of our relationship with money. There's a fine line between being frugal and being miserly. One brings economic relief while the other places you in a state of anxiety, distrust, and paranoia. While this position can suggest you've reached economic stability, please, by remaining careful, conservative, and attentive, that is not true for my current situation because I didn't need a root canal, that was a blessing yet, but I did need to pay for a filling, and then I needed to pay for my car to get done, and then I needed to pay for Albert's grassy surgery. Okay, I'm going to interpret this in like a romancy sense because we are talking about love, but it says it usually implies you've become unable to spend, so I'm going to interpret this as unable to love for fear of losing something, which, yeah, I feel like I would be scared of losing my independence and also my happiness. I know that is really like pessimistic to say, but I've just, with my previous relationships and also relationships I've witnessed, to me relationships equal unhappiness, which I know is really toxic way of thinking, but it's hard to not think that way when you have witnessed it. Do you know what I mean? So control can be had in other ways. Try to live within your means without punishing yourself. Remember, there's more to life than the pursuit of wealth. Okay, I don't really know how to interpret that for my near future. Maybe I just get a bit too possessive over my space. I do tend to do that. I don't really know how to interpret this. If anybody knows, let me know down below. Because I've had this card before. The last time I did a little love spread, and I always get the 4 of Pentacles and the Hermit. So if you guys know what that means, please let me know. I'm pretty sure I know what it means. It means to get out more and stop being a hermit. But that's just me. I'm introverted, so I don't really want to change how introverted I am. And I'm open to experiencing new things. That's not an issue. I just like my space. Alright, 4, relationship, if there is one. Queen of Swords. Look how pretty that is. So I think I had this card before when I was giving my sister a reading. And I believe Swords is an emotion card, I believe, the way I remembered it from this girl I watched on TikTok. She's like sword cutting through the air, like cutting through emotion, or is it like mind and creativity or something like that? And then it's looking towards the future as well. So Don't know what that means for relationships, but we shall see. Self-reliant, sophisticated, and communicativeness. I love that for relationship though. Independent, communicates, sophisticated. A small hummingbird, let me hold this up for you. A small hummingbird sits on the pommel of a sword, staring out into eternity. Flowers intertwine with the design of the sword's guard, symbolizing the marriage of truth and action as well as the versatility of nature. I can't talk today. Hummingbirds are thought as of emissaries between the gods and mortals. The Queen of Swords reminds us to remain independent of outside influence and communicate fairly, clearly, and kindly with those around us. When upright, the Queen of Swords represents a synthesis between mental clarity and the intellectual power represented by the suit of swords. You have developed a level of maturity along your journey to enlightenment, and now it is the time for you to utilize that and other skills when dealing with the world around you. You seek the truth in all matters, remaining receptive to all points of view involved. So in terms of this, in relation to relationships, I think that's really positive. Maybe it means like I'm open to all points of view. Maybe it won't be like a tense relationship. Maybe we communicate with each other, see each other's point of views. That's a very positive sign. Don't put up with idle chatter. The Queen is self-actualized. Keep your head held high and your face pointed towards the truth, no matter where the journey may take you. You'll catch more flies of honey than vinegar. Gaining support right now trumps getting even. Don't know what that means, but damn. So maybe my future relationship is healthy. That's what I'm getting from that, maybe. We'll see. All right, what's the next one? Second to last one. This reading has not given me any clarity whatsoever. 5 is long-term potential. Oh, I love this one. This was one of my favorites. Look at him. He's so cute. Okay, so 3 of Wands. He's holding 3 wands. Oh, I can never remember what wands mean. Is wands fire? I'm pretty sure wands are the fire sign. Yeah, so it's like passion, I think. Am I learning? He also looks towards the future. Look at me looking towards the future. All right, so long-term potential. Let's see what this sort of guy means. 3 of Wands. Okay, so long-term potential. Productivity, expansion, and effort is what it means upright. A lone sugar glider looks out at the world around it, clutching 3 twigs in its tail. It carefully assesses the dangers of where it's at as well as where it wants to go. The distance may be great, but it knows that as long as it can see the destination ahead, one great leap will carry it to safety. The 3 of Wands reminds us that our goals are within reach should we have the courage to pursue them. This seems good for like long-term potential. That seems like a good sign. When upright, the 3 of Wands suggests that your plans for the future are well underway and progressing as we speak. Is there a relationship well underway? Is there a man coming? Why would a man be here? No, I'm kidding. You may be gliding along the endpoint in sight and wondering if now is the time to explore even more opportunities while on your current path. You're prepared well for this moment. Be aware of challenges that still remain ahead of you, but don't be afraid to expand your goals in the moment. The work you've done to this point will carry you further than you first intended, and now it is time to think big. Stay committed to the path, and you may be surprised just how far you fly. I feel like that's a good sign for long-term potential. It's like as long as like I keep my eye on the prize, it'll go far. I think that's what I'm getting from that. But be aware of challenges as well. Maybe. Again, any experienced tarot readers out there, please help. Future outcome. Oh, 2 of Wands. Isn't that anxiety though? 2 of Wands, we got another one. My sister actually had this in her tarot reading the other day because I gave her a tarot reading for her work path. And I'm pretty sure this was telling her that like she currently has anxieties, but she has the tools to be able to address and get through the anxiety. So maybe that is what that means. Did I remember something? Which relationships are very anxiety inducing for me, I'm not gonna lie. 2 of Wands. Oh my god, I opened right to that page. Okay, discovery, accomplishment, and planning. This is the future outcome. A pair of blue jays flit through the air, beaks laden with twigs to build their nest. They work together to prepare for their coming brood. In folklore, blue jays are credited as the creators of the earth, building it up with soil when all the world was water. They've also been termed, sorry, I'll hold this up for you, servants of the devil. Oh dear, carrying kindling to hell to fuel its fires. At least we're helping. The Two of Wands represents two important paths we can take, two facets of ourselves and of life. We must be mindful in decisions we make and what sides of ourselves we show when interacting with others. When upright, this card emphasizes it's time to move forward and make progress. This position suggests you have a clear course of action from which to take a new burst of inspiration. Okay, so there's a clear course of action for the future outcome. You're about to discover a world of new possibilities. Explore your options and assess the tools you have at your disposal. Success is within reach. You might even see it on the horizon. Is there a man on my horizon? This may involve stepping out your comfort zone. Don't like that. Take comfort. Losing the familiar will give way to something better. You are within reach of the next stage in your journey. Hold your head high and go forth with confidence. Okay, so that's the future outcome. I don't know how to interpret that for future outcome. I feel like this has been very confusing for me. Don't know what any of this means, but I'm getting good energy. So that's all that matters, right? So that was my reading. Not very clear what exactly is going on there. I feel like it was saying past you had issues that you have overcome. Currently I'm kind of like protecting my space. Me just going completely rogue here for reading. Looking to the future, and like the future's giving positive as well. Communicating with my future partner, maybe, if there is a future partner. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. It wasn't giving negative. It didn't say hermit again. So it did give me the hermit page in my book, but I feel like sometimes they just need to remind me I'm a hermit. And that's fair enough. I do need that, like, wake up sort of moment. You know what I mean? I need someone to tell it to me straight. This is the spread that I got. Let me know what you think down below. I honestly don't know how to interpret this whatsoever. I should have done like a 3-card spread because 6 cards is a bit much for a beginner. Alright, so that was my tarot reading. I have no idea how to interpret that, but it was fun. At least it was somewhat positive, and also doing readings on yourself helps you to learn. So, and I did remember some of these cards, so I do take that as success in a way. Let me know what you guys think of this spread down below, because obviously I have no idea how to interpret that. I thought I was getting better, but that was just confusing. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Blah blah blah. I will be doing more tarot readings in the future. As I said before, it's something I'm really connected to. Like, it brings me a lot of peace and it keeps me grounded. And I was thinking of giving my dog a tarot reading, of seeing what his previous life was. So stay tuned for that. Comment down below if you can help me to interpret this, or just let me know what you think. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.